today's video is going to be, just gonna go over a bit, zoom in a little bit more. It's going to be me doing like a full face of like makeup I've like forgotten about. First I'm just gonna quickly do some skincare. You can like tell this moisturiser is like right near the end, but it's such a good moisturiser. So we're gonna get into like makeup products that I've like forgotten about. I might just leave that to like sink in and start with brows first. Brows, I forgot about the Soap and Glory pencil because I've been mainly using like that. Like I feel like I've literally forgotten about this pencil. I also been using that. Like that, I went from just using with the pen as well to like just using it on its own and that. To the point where I've kind of forgotten about this, so we are going to use this. I don't own like a ton of brow products. Going quite light-handed because this is like quite a dark pencil. Might use a little bit of this brow gel just to like kind of set. This isn't something I've forgotten about. I think I'd just use a little bit of this brow gel just to put it in place. Still have a little bit of a tint. Like this actually goes quite well together. Me too, I did get like a really dark shade. Like I didn't need as dark of a shade. Ended up going for like black brown, which is that my shade of brows? Definitely not. So I do need to. So I'm quite careful when using it. Some primer I like wrote down in my notes that I'd like forgotten about, like the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, and haven't used it as much. And then I also wrote down like the Maybelline Grippy Serum Primer. But then I noticed the primer I've definitely forgotten about. Like literally I've used this once in a testing video and that's it. The Beauty Crop Gripping Primer. I like haven't used. Like this will definitely go in like my travel makeup bag. This is me using a red primer. So I'm just blending that in. I have to take a pause. Why did I like even put this foundation back? Like this one I'm not thinking of taking away on my next trip, so I probably do need to actually use it. Then concealer. This was a hard one because I have used all my concealers, so I was like the Tear. I haven't used much of the foundation, but I was like used it a little bit more. Like I didn't forget about it in the same way as like my e.l.f. Soft Glam, so it's so difficult to turn. I'm gonna use the liquid end under my eyes. I do think this is actually quite clever. Like this definitely will go away with me. Because it is is actually quite clever. For my normal kind of concealer areas, I'm always a little bit worried this is a little bit too dark, even though it's a fair shade, because some of this I might actually try and like Korean beauty. And that. As soon as I do have a few spots, I'm going to try the other end, which looks like a lipstick. And like try and spot conceal a little bit. It's actually quite a good concealer, like. So it's like I should actually use it more. Then for powder, I was like, I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me Light loads, because obviously I'm like getting towards the end. Like, hit powder on that. Then I've been using my Huda Beauty, but I have forgotten about like my Makeup Revolution powder. So I think I might borrow the powder puff out of here and like try and see what it is like on a powder puff. Does look a little bit more of a bronzy shade than a powder side, so I don't know, on a puff it looks darker than it. I have to like mix a bit of the other powder because it might be a little bit dark for a puff. Just to like bring a little bit more colour back into me. So I could probably not get away with that on my eyes. Then we are on like bronzer, which bronzer, this is quite a difficult one. I'd say probably the one I mainly forget about is probably my lifter stick, I would say. Like even I think I've used this one a few more times. So I'm going to probably say the lifter stick. I do generally tend to. Checking for like brushes that are dry, because I always start by putting this on a brush. I found that was like the best technique for that. Not going to do like loads. I think I do look pretty bronzed. Scared I'll go orange. Perhaps it doesn't look as... Probably looks even worse on camera than it does in real life, this makeup does. Like that was probably slightly the wrong shade of powder that I went for with this. I only really use it as finishing powder, but then I don't always remember to do that. Because I don't always really need finishing powder. Because I'm not like super oily. Bronzer, I'm just going to leave it like that. Blush, there's probably two. Like yesterday I thought about this video and was like, I have forgotten about my Beauty Bay blush, like that is the blush I've probably forgotten about the most. And I also haven't really remembered this blush as well, the Max Factor blush. this is the cheek paint. So I think I'm going to use both. Just to add. I just do quite a small dot. Don't really know why I forget about this blush, because it's like, I do love all of these products, like, trying to work out through my brushes what's like the better one to use. Like, do I go in like a little brush and then just kind of blend it out? Something bigger. And to kind of blend it. Let's see what's left on the brush, just and just do the tiniest bit more. Then I just go back in with my brush and I just blend it out. This I did in like a testing video, like, I feel like quite a while ago now. Like, that testing video feels like so long ago. When I tried out the Beauty Bay blush and that. Probably would have been like this video there. The one that says testing new makeup. Then next we have like highlighter, which I kind of have two for this. Like, I have sort of forgotten about like my Made by Mitchell highlighter. Well, the blush I haven't used the most either, but I definitely have remembered it a little bit more than the Beauty Bay one. And then also the highlighter from like the blush filter palette, this particular one. Like this one here. I haven't used it, I just haven't used it in a little while. So I might use a little bit of both. And this I find I always apply like directly onto my beauty blender. Otherwise it looks a little bit patchy. Like this blush highlighter, I wasn't sure, like, maybe my bit Mitchell I've mainly tried because I like saw it in Boots. This way I find I can like add a bit more and just sort of kind of blends into the skin like much better. Admittedly there I'm like a little bit patchy, so maybe I wouldn't try and build as much. One thing I do find is like a tiny bit patchy. So I think I'm going to add powder highlight. washed my brushes yesterday, so I'm just checking if they're all like dry. I've got this brush. Gonna go in the highlight shade. Gonna prime my eyes. Just been using concealer seeing as I have a fair few and didn't have any eye primer. So then I have three things. Like, I have kind of forgotten about this palette, the Black Cherry palette, the Beauty Bay Rich palette. Then I also have that I talked about. Is the Maybelline Tattoo Stick Shadows, so gonna like do a lot with all of them. This one's kind of having a little bit more trouble than normally. There we go, I just had to do that on my hand a little bit. And I think I'm going to go with like a burgundy shade. I forgot to check if this brush was dry. I think it probably looks a little bit better now. I've got some kind of colour on my eyes. Might do blue on the bottom lash line. Can't actually sharpen these. Do you need a blending brush? And then let's have a look in this palette and what we can go into. Beauty Bay Rich palette. I think I might use this shade. Try and show you. We're very dark on the outer corner. blending it on the edge. I'm going to use what's left on the brush on this side. And just so no additional product, I'm going to just blend this with it. Probably going to do a Barry shimmer for the inner corner. I'm just going to take this shade and just use my finger. Like, these are actually very good shimmers. Still have all the packaging in that. White lotion. It's my first Beauty Bay. Should open that. I like that I've got the 16 powder there, so like I don't know why I would have done with the 42 shade one. Probably would like to own the 42 Rainbow Eyeshadow palette from Beauty Bay. Eyeliner wise, I have definitely forgotten about I'd say probably this one. And I've also forgotten about another one that's in the middle, this one. I'm going to try this one because it looks like the thing's falling off. I think that has unfortunately dried out. Didn't really go that successfully for me. I also thought, yeah, I'll break it as well. So that didn't really work out. Next month was its first like thing that, so I'm gonna have to use the other one. Then mascara that I've forgotten about, I would say. I haven't really used the Beauty Bay one, so I'm gonna say I've forgotten about that one. Now I've used up my Maybelline waterproof, I'm gonna focus on this one a bit more. It is such a good mascara, I like. Then definitely pencil-wise, I have forgotten about my collection white liner, so we're gonna have white in our waterline. I've done my eyeliner because obviously my camera battery did come off, so I did just do it off camera. lip products, there's two. I haven't really used my Essence gloss in a little bit. And I also haven't really used this lipstick. I'm gonna go with the gloss because I'm probably about to eat. I don't know what. I think I've tried to focus on using up other glosses, so. So then the final product I did forget. For the setting spray, I did forget about this, but there again, I don't really like this, so. Glow Fix. Use like the tiniest amount. Don't know if there's much left, but I'm trying to use it by the end of the year. Because it's not staying around another year. Like it stinks. So, hope you've enjoyed this video and I will see you in my next video.